Mom, CJ's making beats again.
I should be praying up in a masjid, but I'm outside with my jelly trying to cash it. For some little niggas, we been on some hot shit.
Here we go. You know we in it, man. You know we in it. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. You know you're meant for such greatness you couldn't believe it. Like such greatness, it's unfathomable. You must master yourself, my people. Master your mind. Master your reality. You know, today I went to a funeral. May her soul rest in peace. When I got there, they said, "You look like you run drugs." I was like, "Bro, what are you talking about, man? Let's celebrate life." I don't know if it's because I look too good or something. But anyway, tonight we are talking with a masterful man. A gentleman from Memphis. A dancer. You know what I mean? Nobody could move like him. They call him a god for a reason. You know what I mean? Tonight though, with Mr. A God, you know, I think this conversation is going to be very interesting. This conversation is going to be amazing. Master A God, he is here. Welcome to the room, big bro. This is going to be incredible. Masterful conversation.
What's up with it, man?
Hey, peace to the God. Peace to the God,
What's
man.
up, bro?
Peace to the God. Hey, yo. Bro, listen. It's so good to finally meet you face to face. I've been wanting to talk with you as a masterful dancer for such a long time, man. You know, when I saw you live, I could feel your passion. I could feel your energy. You know what I mean? I said, nah, I got to get this guy on a conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You probably don't even remember this. This is so many years ago.
Oh, you saw me in person?
Nah, I saw you on Instagram Live. You were talking about some kind of program or dancing, something.
Okay.
Yeah. But bro, listen, man. Why do you call yourself a god? Let's just start right there. Why do you call yourself a god?
I was 14 when I made up the name.
Word.
In the 7th grade. Just on some like I'm a god type time. Just arrogant, really. You know, there's only one God. You know, the God of Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ is only one God. So if I could go back, I wouldn't make that my name.
Really? What would you call yourself now?
Osaze.
Osaze.
Yeah.
Sounds African.
Yeah, it's my real name.
Of course it is. It is. I mean, it's never too late for a rebrand. But bro, you know, let's get a little deeper, man. What's Memphis like as a dancer, as a creative? What's it like being a part of this group? Because I've noticed that Jookin is actually a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal, man. But what's it like for you as a dancer? Like, why'd you get into this?
For me, I started dancing.
Word.
Well, that was just a gift, right? But obviously, like Michael Jackson, like me watching Michael Jackson, I was just enamored with what he was doing now. Me being in Memphis, that was just a natural thing to do to start jooking. I remember in 6th grade, you know, I was known for like doing the Michael Jackson really around the school. And my homie came up to me, he was like, "Yo, you seen this video right here?" And it was a video of G-Nerd.
Right.
And I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "This jooking." And then in the 7th grade, You Dig Dance Academy, which is founded by Jookin Pioneer, actually had a contract with my school and taught jooking as like an extracurricular in the school, like PE, art class, jooking. And that's how I really like started to learn it.
Oh, that's incredible, man. That's incredible. Yeah. Saw a video, you joined the class, you got into it. Bro, as a dancer, you know, when I look at choreography, man, it's a very strange, I think dance is a very strange thing. If you think about it from like an alien's perspective, it's a weird perspective. But if you're an alien visiting Earth and you came and you saw these niggas like, oh my God, what's going on? You just see some niggas doing some moves with their body, like, ah! It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But as a dancer, as a choreographer, what are your influences? Like, what influences you as you create?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I never was interested in any other dance style other than juking. So my biggest influence is really gangster walking, right? So to me, I just want to when I make choreo, I'm really thinking of how to do the most with the least, and that's gangster. That's what
Interesting.
creates what we would call gangster amongst juking, doing the most with the
Yeah.
basics. You know what I'm saying? So that's my
Yeah.
process behind freestyling and choreo. How can I make the most out of the basics with different elements such as timing, energy, bounce? You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between just sticking your leg out and planting your feet, but it ends up in the same position? So
Yeah.
that's my biggest influence is just gangster walkers, like how cool they used to look, just looking
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, can I go a little crazy? Can you? I actually don't know what gangster walk is. Can you show me what that looks like? And I'll try it too. You know, why
Show
not?
you.
Can you?
I ain't even got no space. I ain't even got no space in here. But gangster walk, it's on YouTube though. You can
No,
go look
I'm
up
gonna
gangster
look
walkers.
it up. I'm gonna look it up
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what created juking. That's where juking came from.
For sure. You
Yeah.
literally, you can't give me a little, or sure. Is it all just leg movements, or are there any?
Um. Nah, it's not all leg movements, but I will say, with gangster walking, later on named juking, the
Interesting.
the feet and leg movements are the main aspect of
The
it
main
though.
moves. Yeah.
Everything else is complementary, but gangster walking, so you gotta walk it out. You know what I'm
Good point.
saying? So everything
Good
else is
point.
complementary for real.
The only thing I know that might be close to that is like the crip walk. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
don't know if that's the same idea. So you said gangster walk was like the predecessor to what jukin has become or what jukin is, right?
Hmm.
Do you, as a dancer, do you get into the historical nature of your dance, or do you
Yes.
just keep it as it is right now?
Well, um,
Yeah,
as
my
a
nigga, good.
as
Is
a
that guy okay? Is that person okay?
yeah, yeah, you good, you good. No, as as a as as in my youth, I took it for
Yeah.
what it was, but also um I always had a yearning to understand the educational aspects of it, where it came from, how it came to be. You know what I'm saying? And being indigenous to Memphis, right? You
Yeah.
really can't get around the knowledge of where it came from because I'm from here. So me being
Yeah.
around because you know what I'm saying, you just hear stories, you know what I'm saying, and then it's like a generational thing too, like a lineage thing. You remind me of
Yeah.
so and so. Well, who is so and so? Well, he used to dance back
Mhm.
then. He was juking back then, and you know what I'm saying. Um,
For sure.
yeah,
What's one of your favorite
I'm always rocking
stories
with you.
about how jukin has evolved? Do you have
My
any?
favorite stories.
Yeah, is there any favorite story of yours
Well, I
about the
tell you what,
development?
my favorite story about how juking has evolved is gotta keep it classic. Nah, my favorite story about how juking has evolved is um man, it started from gangster walkers, GDs, you know what I'm saying? Real
Yeah,
gang members who then made
yeah,
something for the youth to do. The youth took
for
it and
sure.
turned it into juking. And now I'm here with a whole National Jookin League for the kids to credit
Right.
career for themselves. So there's no greater story of the evolution of this product to me than, Gangsta Walkers laid what they laid down, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Jooker started jooking. A youngin' like me came. It helped my life, you know what I'm saying? It gave me
yeah.
purpose and passing that on and just making sure the community reap the benefits of what they laid down. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. So, so you've created a league, is what you're saying. Is this your project, or is this something that you're a part of?
Nah, well, I'm the founder of the National Jookin League. The National
Beautiful.
Jookin League is a part of the United Streets of Dance and Hip Hop. The United Streets of Dance and Hip Hop has a bunch of uh, organizations that cultivate real street dance cultures in it. So,
Interesting.
you know, I got a lot of my knowledge on what a National Jookin League would look like and its purpose
Yeah,
from, you know what I'm saying, OGs from the Mid-South area, not even necessarily Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
for
So
sure.
yeah, I founded it and owned it, but the knowledge that I operated on, God willing everything, you know what I'm saying, ultimately is his project, you know what I'm saying? But
I
like
feel you.
the knowledge I have that I operate on, it came from a bunch of people before me, for real, for real.
Got you. Why did you create the National Jooking League though? Like, was it something that was put in you, or did you just see what was going on with your peers and younger cats coming up, and you're like, nah, we got to create a legacy for y'all? Where did that come from?
Well, it was a little bit of both, right? Because, you can, looking around, it was obviously, dang, we have to create something sustainable that can last and actually support this community so the art can go on locally. That was
That's
one
right.
thing of it. And then the second part of it was just pure dreaming, bro. Like when I first started jooking, I go on YouTube and look at, people who were like heroes to me, and I would assume that they were in some type of professional league because how could it not be? It was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So the
mhm.
other half of it is, man, just making this look like how I thought it looked because that's what attracted me as a kid. So
That's right.
it needs to be that for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you could, now that you're a professional dancer, you do jerking, like jerking is in your soul, it's a part of you, it's who you are. What's one thing that you want to create or put in place to ensure that this evolution of this craft continues under the NJL? Like, this is your baby. So, like, what do you want to create? Like, what do you want to ensure that this thing has to be a part of the NJL to ensure that these cats can create something new? Like, is there policies? Are you talking to like government officials? Or is there
Yeah,
something? Is there
yeah,
a program in
definitely.
your heart?
So a large part of it is the educational system, right? Talking to the school systems and community centers so they can know that we do have a curriculum for this dance style, and this dance style comes with a book. So kids
Okay,
can be taught it in school and community centers, and also the adults that judge should and can be employed to teach. You
I
know what
like,
I'm saying? To
I
educate.
like, I like
So
that
the education part is the main part, educating the youth
for sure.
on behalf of Japan and making sure their careers get covered. That's where the United Streets of Dance and Hip Hop come in. So education, coverage from the USDH, and like I've been saying the whole interview, bro, really just God, bro, just me making sure I stay connected. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm.
Making sure that I ain't got the kids out there juking the like crazy music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Good
Yeah.
point. Good point. That's a great question. I wanted to ask actually, because when you look at the music industry, locally here on our island, I'm pushing all of my niggas, like everybody who does music that I know. I keep telling them, stop trying to go out there and start making your stuff right here, because the negative influences of industry are seeping in so much more, and it's becoming way more obvious. So how do you, as a dancer, as a choreographer, as a leader, ensure that the kind of music that you're dancing to is uplifting? It's not just for fun. What do you look for? What do you look for? Who are the
Well,
artists that you listen to? What do you look for?
jugging has a certain genre of music
That's what I
that we
noticed.
dance to.
Good
So,
point.
and originally that music is wow. So a lot of times, bro, I just hit up the United States Dance and Hip Hop and get them to clean the music. But lately, like for these last few events we've done, we just took the lyrics out altogether and
Oh,
just
okay.
played the beat. But
Smart.
right now, we're working on actually, recreating jookin music from a clean perspective.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So
interesting.
the music
Do
is a
you do
big
music?
part. Do I do music?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's unfortunate, man. Because I mean,
I
bro,
mean,
if
I've
you
done
were
it.
doing
I've done it,
music,
bro. But like, nah, bro.
it's not for you.
It is
It's
whack,
not for you.
bro. It was whack.
That's it. So when you were dabbling in music, were you making music just for dance, or were you just making music out of your soul?
At first I was just making music just because I just wanted to do it, like saying the most ridiculous stuff ever, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I started trying to like make music for the craft. But I was
True.
bad at both, so like it's over with. Either way, it was not good music. It just wasn't good.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So the question is, how are you going to ensure? Because from my mind, from my business mind, I would want to just get producers, get singers, musicians who are already good at it under the NJL. That's what I would think. That's what I want to do. That way, you'd be making music for your people anyway. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then of course that would be specialized just for you. Like if you're gonna be doing an event, you just have them create music for the kind of vibe that you want to create. You know what I mean?
You spot
Yeah.
on, man. We working on it. We working on it. You spot
Oh, that's
on though.
incredible. That's incredible. Of course,
You
man.
spot on.
My whole thing, bro, is just ensuring that my people, we elevate. What
Where
I
you
said,
from?
do you see some? I live in Grenada right now, Grenada, West Indies. That's in the Caribbean.
You live in the Caribbean?
That's correct, big bro.
Bro, I thought you was in Atlanta this whole time, bro.
Nah, man. Peace to the God, man. I live in the Caribbean, man. You know what I mean?
That's
I
insane.
I've been to Atlanta. Atlanta is one of my favorite places. Just the vibe is pretty cool. I only spent like maybe a couple of days there, but it was lovely, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Bro,
For
listen.
sure.
The thing is, man, when I love dancers, I love musicians. I call myself the master of the arts because people like yourself, I think you see the world in a very unique way. So how do you tell a story when you dance? Hell yes,
Sometimes,
we get to do
sometimes I
smoke.
do. A lot of times when I'm dancing nowadays, bro, it's
Yeah,
like performative
God.
or for education. So like I actually hate performing because like you
Interesting.
just said, like it's hard to tell the exact story I want to tell because I have to entertain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And a
I
lot of
feel you.
times with this craft, it's more of a personal thing than me entertaining with it. So me telling the story and me entertaining is different. For some dancers though, they can tell a great story as they entertain often.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for me, it's not really like that. So like when I'm
Interesting.
like dancing, like labbing amongst my people, or just joking amongst my people, yeah, I'm telling the story for sure. But
For
nine
sure.
times out of ten, if I'm like on a stage or if I'm instructing, then I'm probably not telling a story. I'm probably jooking well.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel you.
even around my students, like if we just that's my people too. Around my people, my students, if we just free form jooking, yeah, I'm telling a story. But if I'm performing, nah, I'm like I'm
You're
doing what
trying to
people
get
want to see.
yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah.
feel you. That's interesting. Do you think because your approach, especially as a teacher, is to show the direct moves and being precise, as opposed to being a storyteller as a teacher? Do you think that shapes the way that a your students now interact with the dance form? I see
Yes,
Mr.
one
Dancing
hundred
Slick just
percent.
jumped on, man. We'll put you on in a second, bro.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does. It affects the way your students approach the craft. If
Yeah,
you are very big on technicalities, then
yeah,
they'll look at the craft from a very technical, scientific, and factual perspective. You know what I'm saying?
indeed, indeed.
But if you approach it as a storyteller and teach them from the perspective of freedom and storytelling, then they'll approach it differently, and they both come with the pros and cons. Like, the person who taught his kids from a perspective of a storyteller, 9 times out of 10, his kids are going to be able to be more entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
they might not be as good at the actual
Ah,
craft as the person who
ah,
taught his kid from a perspective of technicality.
right.
And neither one is better than the other, you know. But
Yeah,
if talking about a specific craft,
yeah.
then I would prefer to be taught technically that specific craft. My story is my story. But
Good point.
if you're teaching people crafts, like specifically, like if you're teaching somebody how to hip hop dance, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
teach them how to tell a story. But if you
Yeah,
teach
for sure.
somebody juking, crumping, flexing, popping, breaking, then you need to teach them how to juke, how to crump. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, of course, of course. So what you're saying is, as a teacher, it's necessary for you to toe the line between being technical, but of course that has to be the predominant thing, so that as you move into storytelling, they have the structure.
Correct.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Correct.
Young man, you think very deeply about your craft, though. I like that a lot. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. I like that a lot. That okay. So here's the thing. If you're more of a technical teacher than you are, telling a story when you're instructing, how do you transition the kids from being the technical movers to, really getting into it and
Oh
flowing with
yeah.
it?
Look, one of my favorite ones I teach right now, at a certain level, when they get to a certain level, I basically tell them to forget everything they ever taught you and stop listening to people and stop trying to be technical, because you've learned it. So that's a part of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a craft. It's priceless. It's like riding a bike. Like,
for
you
sure.
know, like
For
don't
sure.
worry, you're not gonna forget how to do what you learned 6 months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
But now, because you are well versed in the technicalities,
Uh-huh.
don't think about the technicalities. Now your emotions come first. Now your story comes first. You
Of
know.
course. Of course. Of
So I just tell
course.
them that and forget all that. Like, at a certain point with my students, it's just like stop all that technical stuff. Even though I just drilled technical stuff into your brain for months and months and months. But that's the best way I can explain it to them. So it's like, yo, forget everything I'm talking about. Forget everything everybody's talking about. Now you can just dance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Mr. 44 said, I don't know if it's Zay 44. He said, "Learn the rules before you break the rules." That's a
Okay,
good
I
point.
can't even see nobody's comments either.
I got you,
It's
man. I
crazy.
got you. Any comments come in, I got you, big dog. But so, I love this, man. I love this. Learn the rules before you break the rules. Do you, as a young master of dance, do you apply these principles to anything else in your life?
Yeah, bro. Easier said than done, right? But yeah, yeah, for sure, bro. Like, and I've always thought like that. Like a lot of things, even sports. We're playing on a sports team, right? Juking, dancing, like any craft you learn.
Hmm.
Mastery of a craft is mastery of a craft. You know
Good
what I'm
point.
saying? And
Good
I
point.
have to have the same thing that Tom Brady had, that Michael Jordan had, at the
Mm,
essence of me to master a craft, or you won't master
good.
it. So
That's
whatever
right.
that is, for me, it's just sheer will, just me
Yeah.
really wanting to do it. Like I really love what I'm doing, and then me knowing I'm blessed, God willing. You know what I'm saying?
For
That
sure.
faith right there for me, that's what it is. So, um, yeah, bro. It's all the same in any aspect of life. Mastering something is mastering something. At the end of the day, you
Yeah.
had to put the work in. You had to live with it. You had to do what you had to do. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're teaching, when you're playing the role of the leader of the NJL, uh, when these younger cats coming up, what are your conversations about? Like, what do you talk to your student outside of when you're talking about dance? What other issues are you having to deal with when you're, teaching,
man.
being a leader?
We in Memphis, Tennessee, and real life. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Especially when the student, you know, starts becoming an adult.
yeah.
Bills, life.
How do you get them to? Okay, so what I'm thinking of, there's a video I just came across. I guess it's a remake of a video that came before, but it's a martial arts teacher, and he's trying to get these young boys to be strong. You know what I mean? Stop being weak. You got to be strong, shaking them up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Do you see that same level of intense leadership being necessary on the dance floor when you're teaching, or does it feel a bit more free because it's not a martial arts class, it's a dance class? So do you feel like it's a bit easier for these students to express themselves and to find their inner strength through dance
Yeah.
as opposed to doing something more hard like martial arts?
Yeah, I think it's easier, but at the same time, this is a cultural dance, right?
Good
So
point.
my my pet peeves, and when I would be taking non-negotiables, like, no, you will do this perfectly.
Yes.
It wouldn't necessarily be because I want to see it done perfect, right? It would be because this is what we need to do to improve our community. And also with the kids, if you plan on having a professional dance career outside of a cultural dance style, then you actually will need to be perfect. So it's two
I got you.
things that I would drill them. It's two reasons, because like if y'all trying to be professional dancers for real, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go to LA or New York, and whoever is teaching you is not gonna be me.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be from your culture. They're not gonna like juking. They're not gonna care. They're gonna want you to be
Got
perfect, even if they scooted across the floor and licked the shoe. They're gonna want you to do that perfectly.
Yeah.
So you need to get used to it now, and also
Yeah.
because they need to understand what's going into what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
we can't be represented looking sloppy, at least not on the dance end. Like not on the dance end. We can't be looking sloppy on the dance end. Like we can't. We
It just
dancing
it
right.
won't
What is we
even
doing?
look good.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
We can come out there
understand.
with a shirt untucked or something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got ketchup on their shirt or something. But you can't
Yeah.
just not be able to juke in the National Jookin League. You got to do that part.
Bro, what you do a cultural dance, joker. Is there cultural clothing that goes with this style? Is there an aesthetic, or is it really just the moves themselves?
For the most part, I like to juke in big clothes. I hate juking in skinny jeans because, or just skinny
Dude, I
clothes,
actually
period,
noticed that
bro.
in the videos. I noticed that.
I
So
hate all that.
I've been going to YouTube, and I noticed that most guys, it's not very fitted. They just kind of they have to be loose with it. You know what I mean? Because you're moving it.
hmm Yeah, and bro, you'd be surprised, bro, if you seen dancers' bodies in skinny clothes. It make us feel naked or something. Like
Oh, shock.
my shirt fitted, my pants fitted, and I'm out here dancing. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they can see my whole figure. Like, it's crazy work right there.
Yo, Fly Fleeg OG. He says you're a god the goat. I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you, Mr. Fly,
Appreciate it,
Mr.
bro.
Fly Fleet, bro. The aesthetic is very interesting. Because when you're dancing, what you're wearing can accentuate the movements, but that
hmm
doesn't seem as a big question in your mind. It's more about the movement. You dress how you feel, but let's get these technical moves down, and then let me see your story. Am I correct? Is that what it's more like? It's not really about
You're talking.
the aesthetic, it's about the
Wait, I
movements.
heard like two questions. You was asking about the clothes and adding to the aesthetic of the moves.
So are you? Is it? Do you see that the aesthetic is less important than what you're doing? Because when I look at other dances, it seems like the aesthetic is a part, like regular R&B. Like when you look at what they wear, it's a part of the dance. It's not just the dancing. Is it the same thing in Jukin, or is it more about the dance moves? The aesthetic comes
Well,
later.
I always tell everybody in juking, and this is in the juke book too. It's about the movement over the move, right?
Mm,
It's about how you're moving as opposed to the move you're
interesting.
trying to do.
Right.
It's about the aura it gives off, right? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say,
yeah.
like can you, you can you can take 2 steps forward, or
Hmm.
you can take 2 steps forward with such a bounce and a groove that it didn't
Yeah.
feel like you just took 2 steps forward. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
with juking, it
Interesting.
is a lot about the movement and the aesthetic and the aura you give off, and I would say more so than the moves. You know what I'm saying? To me,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
cause yeah,
Are there
and
any
what you wear plays a
person?
big part in it.
No, for sure. Oh, Zay44, he said, when it comes to juking, does taking on a certain character help influence the movement?
Hey,
That's a great question.
Zay is actually cold, but yes, taking on a certain character does help influence the movements. I know, man. Like for me, especially when I was young, I just go out there and try to be my favorite Jooker, whether it was G Shao or Daniel. End up looking pretty nice.
Because you're taking on the character and you're playing it out.
Yeah,
It looks good.
yeah.
Nah, I
You
feel
think you
you.
look like them, but you don't. But it still look like you. That's what you want to look like at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But in
I
your
get
mind,
that.
you look like them.
For sure, for sure. Listening to one of the masters, he said, when you're just starting out, it's actually a good thing to emulate the people you look up to, because
Right.
then you get a feel of what they were going for, and then you can create your own way of expression afterwards. But it's okay to look at what the greats are doing before you find your own voice. So the question is, how have you been able to find your own voice? And how would you describe your voice as a dancer? Your voice.
Mm, my voice should. Um, to me, like a lot of times, whatever I do is like really real. Like it's hard for me to fake some type of vibe through my dance or whatever. So, finding my voice, like, do you mean like? Are you asking me, did I find my voice through dance, or how did I find my voice in this specific style I'm doing?
I love both of those questions. You know what? Let's go with the first one. Did you find your voice through dance, or was it something else that led you to finding yourself?
Nah, I didn't find my voice through dance. That more so just dance just more so confirmed what I already knew about myself, really.
Interesting.
But I didn't find my voice through dance.
How would you suggest to someone looking on, because you're a leader, you're out there, you're in front. How would you suggest to someone else to find their voice? How would you suggest that someone else finds their voice? What path do you think they could take to do that?
To find your voice in dance, if
To
you're just
find your
trying
voice
to
just
find,
as a person,
find your voice,
because you
period.
are is expressed in the
Oh yeah,
dance. So
you just gonna have to live life in a moment, you know.
interesting.
Tap in with
Live life.
tap in with God, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Tap in with God, bro. And just know that it's really only through, grace and mercy that any of us are able to do anything anyway. And don't take nothing too serious. You can't never take it too serious. You just really gotta know who you are. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You
We all
know, for sure.
gotta leave here one day, you know what I'm
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
saying?
Bro, I won't take up too much more for your time, man. I'll ask you two more questions. I'll ask you this one first. What legacy do you want to leave behind? You're a dancer. You're a thought leader. You've created the NJL. But after you've done all of these things, what do you want the people to say about you when you're gone?
Really, I want them to say like he was a follower of Christ, really, ultimately. I
Interesting.
got some work to do I got a lot of work to do for that to be my legacy right now. You know what I'm saying? But like but I'm gonna get there. You know what
I
I'm saying? I'm gonna get
believe.
there. And and ultimately, just like I wanted to like I want my legacy to be like he dreamed and never stopped for real.
Dreamed and never
But like
stopped.
never stopped. Like the
Yeah.
impossible was
Yeah.
done again and again and again just
Yeah.
because he just wouldn't stop. Like,
Oh my days, bro! You have no idea how much that fires me up, man. And I love that you're a follower of God. You know what I mean? I always admire Christians. Here's the thing. I think most people when they read their Bible, you know what I mean, because you love God. So let's get there. This is the last thing. When I hear them talk about Christ, Christ said before he left that I'm your example, right? And when I'm gone, you're gonna be doing greater things than I did. And he was walking on water and bringing people back to life. And he said, when I'm gone, you're going to be doing greater things than me. So I love that you said that the impossible was done over again and again and again. That's going to be your
Yeah.
legacy. That's powerful, big bro. That's powerful, man. It's powerful. And this is the last question. If you could talk to your younger self, what one thing could you say to him that would put him in what you would perceive as a better position as a leader right now?
Man, I tell them, man, leave the women alone.
Wait, hold on. You sound like you've gone through the battle with that, man. You've been through wars. Leave the woman alone. Leave the woman alone. That's funny, yo. Why would you? I gotta ask. Why would you say that?
It's just because, bro. It's just like it just takes some time. It's just
Oh my
unnecessary.
God. I feel you. But what do you mean by that? Are you secretly wanting to be gay or something? What does that mean? What do you mean leave the woman alone?
No.
You know?
The women, like multiple, like women.
So just pay attention to one
Right.
at a time. For sure. Okay. That's cool. That's cool, man. You know, as a bonus question, because you're a young king, young god, what kind of woman do you see as your partner? What does that woman look like to you to really help you to elevate, keep doing the work that you've been doing?
Just one who is just gonna increase my faith for real. Ultimately, that's it.
Faith in God.
Yeah, just increase my faith, just constantly. You know.
Zay said that you were pimping, bro. He said, "Man was pimping." Yo, he's spilling all the tea tonight, big dog. That's correct.
Hey, is that was the last question?
Yeah, that was the last question, man. Oh,
Okay,
somebody
yeah,
just said they have a video that they did practicing Jookin. That's Lou Tavi. I don't know if you know who that
Abby,
is.
send it to me, bro.
Yeah, man. Pastor Osaze. All right, Pastor Osaze, man. I bless your life with love, healing, and wisdom, bro. This has been an incredible conversation. You know what I mean? Tell the people where they can find you, what you've been up to, what they can look forward to that you've been working on.
Man, y'all know where y'all can find me. We on Instagram, so apparently, y'all know.
Good boy,
But
good
you
boy.
know, A-God is pretty much everything, everywhere. National Jookin League, everywhere. And man, y'all see what I've been up to, man. Working, you know what I'm saying? Trying to bring it all together, man. Hey.
That's right. That's right. Hey, yo, I love it. Mr. Osaze, Pastor Osaze, man, I bless your life, man. Guys, I want you to remember that you, like Mr. Osaze, the God, you're meant for such greatness that you could not believe it. Like he said, the impossible can and will be done again and again if you have that faith, man. I bless your lives.
For sure,
Mr.
man.
Osaze,
Appreciate you, brother.
God
It was a
died.
pleasure, man.
Oh, man, this has been a long time coming, and I'm glad it happened, man.
For sure.
For sure. I bless your lives, man. Until next time, guys, this has been a masterful conversation.